news from Rock Hill, South Carolina, and Wingate University. We've got the 3 and the 6 seed, Liberty and Radford, set to do battle. We've already seen an upset today. Number 7 Campbell beat number 2 UNC Asheville. Hi, folks. We welcome you to Winthrop here in Rock Hill, South Carolina. I'm Mike Hawkwood along with Ralph Patterson, and I don't know if we can top game 1, but sure going to try. But what we have learned is March is special. I don't care where you are.
Well, and we might top the last game. The first one was just absolutely awesome. This would be a good game. These two teams got after each other in the regular season.
Yeah, both the times that they played, the games were absolutely close. Let's talk about some of the players. And for the 6th seed Radford, you got to start with Ed Polite.
Yeah, he's Radford's leading scorer and rebounder. He's a double-double guy. Leads the teams in blocks and steals. He's really a complete player. He has to play well for Mike Jones today.
And for Liberty, they lost 2 of their last 3 games. And one of the reasons is Ryan Kimwright is not playing the way he played earlier in the season.
So important to this team. He's their leading scorer, tremendous three-point shooter, great toughness. They have to have a good game from him for them to advance.
Well, we take a look at the bracket, and we told you the huge upset. Campbell beating Asheville. First time a number 7 seed has beat a number 2 seed in 2 years. So Campbell, the upset winner, they had to play on Tuesday in the first round, beat Presbyterian, now beating the Bulldogs. They will play the winner of this game, Liberty and Radford. We're a little late getting going here. As you see, they've turned out the lights, and despite not being a home crowd, still trying to build the excitement for this battle. But I think after everybody watched last game, you realize the excitement is indeed going to be on the court. For Radford, Christian Bradford, Donald Hicks, Justin Cousin, Ed Polite, and Randy Phillips. They lost their point guard early in the season, and that has really impacted Radford throughout the year. For Liberty, Lovell Cabell, Ryan Kimwright, Georgie Pacheco-Ortiz, he could be a key today, one of the top freshmen in the league. I mentioned these two teams played earlier in the season. Liberty won at Radford in overtime. They won in Lynchburg by just 3 points. So these two have played close. But the last time out, and I think this is going to be interesting to see, Ralph, Liberty only scored 45 points against Asheville. You mentioned Kimwright. He did not have a good offensive game. Some of those players are going to have to really rise up and to play the way they were doing in mid-February.
Oh, you're absolutely right. But also, a lot of times Liberty, because they're so effective in their half-court defense, they don't have to score a ton of points. They like a game in the 60s and 70s where UNC Asheville might try and get it up into the 80s. This pack line defense that Liberty plays that they're so good at slows teams down, and so sometimes they can afford an off night offensively, but they got to put more than 45. You're right.
Right. Pacheco-Ortiz did not have a good game last time out. He's a double-figure scorer. Lovell Cabell is also a double-figure scorer. So Liberty has to kind of reverse the trend. They've lost at Winthrop, lost at Asheville. They beat Longwood in the middle of that stretch. But the interesting thing is Liberty has not lost back-to-back games all year long. And if you like the 3-ball, you're going to see it. Both these teams shoot a lot of threes. Liberty averages 9 threes a game.
Well, and you mentioned that they didn't score a lot in their last game, but they come into today's game winning 8 out of their last 10. So I think they're ready to go.
Radford, lower seed, is in red. Liberty, higher seed, in white. Christian Bradford, the junior from Columbus, Georgia. He's had to take over that point guard spot.
Mike, I mentioned that pack line defense. You're always going to be able to get outside shots against it. They always have a lot of guys in the paint. Hard to take it all the way to the rim. If you got to shoot it down to be good against Liberty.
Here's Cabell. John Dawson. Mayo Baxter-Bell, another outstanding freshman. He's from Dayton, Ohio, on the Big South All-Freshman team. Not able to hit his first shot.
He's a big fella, 6'5", 255.
And last Saturday, Baxter-Bell had half of the points against Asheville. He had 18. The team only scored 45. Deep three from Dawson. John Dawson, the transfer from Marquette, had a great year a year ago, but has not scored in double figures in the last 6 games. They're going to need him if they're to advance in this Big South tournament. Both teams have come up empty on their first couple of possessions. There's Richie McKay in his 4th season. His 2nd stint coaching at Liberty. He had about a 6-year run at Virginia in between as an assistant coach.
You know, I wonder, Mike, how many guys have had a chance to be a head coach at the same place on 2 different occasions? That's got to be a pretty short list.
Foul is on Donald Hicks, his first. Hicks, a freshman, bright future. Baxter-Bell backing it in. Well, as hot as the shooting was in game 1, game 2 hasn't started out that way.
Where's Clemens when you need him, right? Casey Clemens.
That did not draw iron. Big South tournament at Winthrop because they were regular season champions and earned the right to host the quarterfinals and the semifinals. Semifinals tomorrow at 6 and 8. Winner of this game will be playing Campbell.
That'll be a foul on Phillips.
Actually, it's on Mayo Baxter-Bell.
Yeah. Huh.
Down low. Baxter-Bell's going to come out, and Brock Gardner, who started 8 games this year, is in. Gardner's had some double-figure games. Still looking for our first points.
Wow,
and they're going to come from Ed Polite.
A well, hard-earned bucket. You see already how much traffic there is in the lane waiting for anybody to try and get into the teeth of the defense. The Liberty defense always waiting on that.
Polite, in the last regular season game against Campbell, had 19 rebounds. Just into the game, and that's what he's in to do. Brock Gardner nails a 3.
Instant offense, gotta like that.
Freshman out of Chandler, Arizona. Polite again. Cabell down with the rebound. Sophomore from Arlington, Texas. He went into the starting lineup in the last non-conference game this year, and he has been a difference maker since. Since becoming a starter, he's averaged in double figures. Kick out to Kemwright. Well, I tell you what, Ralph, his shooting has just been cold last couple of games. Cousin. 3 ball from Justin Cousin. Redshirt junior from Burlington, North Carolina.
Boy, drilled that, and you mentioned Kemwright and his shooting. You know, he's one of the best shooters in the conference. So over the year, 43% from three-point line, but you're right, he has struggled lately.
Kemwright again. Yeah, the first game against Radford, he played 40 minutes, was only 1 for 6. Well, the shooting hasn't been stellar early, but Radford with the early 2-point lead over Liberty 5-3. News from Rock Hill, South Carolina, and Wingate University. We've got the 3 and the 6 seed, Liberty and Radford, set to do battle. We've already seen an upset today. Number 7 Campbell beat number 2 UNC Asheville. Hi folks, we welcome you to Winthrop here in Rock Hill, South Carolina. I'm Mike Hawkwood along with Ralph Patterson, and I don't know if we can top game 1, but sure going to try. But what we have learned is March is special. I don't care where you are.
Well, and we might top the last game. The first one was just absolutely awesome. This would be a good game. These two teams got after each other in the regular season.
Yeah, both the times that they played, the games were absolutely close. Let's talk about some of the players. And for the 6th seed Radford, you got to start with Ed Polite.
Yeah, he's Radford's leading scorer and rebounder. He's a double-double guy. Leads the teams in blocks and steals. He's really a complete player. He has to play well for Mike Jones today.
And for Liberty, they lost 2 of their last 3 games. And one of the reasons is Ryan Kimwright is not playing the way he played earlier in the season.
So important to this team. He's their leading scorer, tremendous three-point shooter, great toughness. They have to have a good game from him for them to advance.
Well, we take a look at the bracket, and we told you the huge upset. Campbell beating Asheville. First time a number 7 seed has beat a number 2 seed in 2 years. So Campbell, the upset winner, they had to play on Tuesday in the first round, beat Presbyterian, now beating the Bulldogs. They will play the winner of this game, Liberty and Radford. We're a little late getting going here. As you see, they've turned out the lights, and despite not being a home crowd, still trying to build the excitement for this battle. But I think after everybody watched last game, you realize the excitement is indeed going to be on the court. For Radford, Christian Bradford, Donald Hicks, Justin Cousin, Ed Polite, and Randy Phillips. They lost their point guard early in the season, and that has really impacted Radford throughout the year. For Liberty, Lovell Cabell, Ryan Kimwright, Georgie Pacheco-Ortiz, he could be a key today, one of the top freshmen in the league. I mentioned these two teams played earlier in the season. Liberty won at Radford in overtime. They won in Lynchburg by just 3 points. So these two have played close. But the last time out, and I think this is going to be interesting to see, Ralph, Liberty only scored 45 points against Asheville. You mentioned Kimwright. He did not have a good offensive game. Some of those players are going to have to really rise up and to play the way they were doing in mid-February.
Oh, you're absolutely right. But also, a lot of times Liberty, because they're so effective in their half-court defense, they don't have to score a ton of points. They like a game in the 60s and 70s where UNC Asheville might try and get it up into the 80s. This pack line defense that Liberty plays that they're so good at slows teams down, and so sometimes they can afford an off night offensively, but they got to put more than 45. You're right.
Right. Pacheco-Ortiz did not have a good game last time out. He's a double-figure scorer. Lovell Cabell is also a double-figure scorer. So Liberty has to kind of reverse the trend. They've lost at Winthrop, lost at Asheville. They beat Longwood in the middle of that stretch. But the interesting thing is Liberty has not lost back-to-back games all year long. And if you like the 3-ball, you're going to see it. Both these teams shoot a lot of threes. Liberty averages 9 threes a game.
Well, and you mentioned that they didn't score a lot in their last game, but they come into today's game winning 8 out of their last 10. So I think they're ready to go.
Radford, lower seed, is in red. Liberty, higher seed, in white. Christian Bradford, the junior from Columbus, Georgia. He's had to take over that point guard spot.
Mike, I mentioned that pack line defense. You're always going to be able to get outside shots against it. They always have a lot of guys in the paint. Hard to take it all the way to the rim. If you got to shoot it down to be good against Liberty.
Here's Cabell. John Dawson. Mayo Baxter-Bell, another outstanding freshman. He's from Dayton, Ohio, on the Big South All-Freshman team. Not able to hit his first shot.
He's a big fella, 6'5", 255.
And last Saturday, Baxter Bell had half of the points against Asheville. He had 18. The team only scored 45. Deep three from Dawson. John Dawson, the transfer from Marquette, had a great year a year ago, but has not scored in double figures in the last 6 games. They're going to need him if they're to advance in this Big South tournament. Both teams have come up empty on their first couple of possessions. There's Richie McKay in his 4th season. His 2nd stint coaching at Liberty. He had about a 6-year run at Virginia in between as an assistant coach.
You know, and I wonder, Mike, how many guys have had a chance to be a head coach at the same place on 2 different occasions? That's got to be a pretty short list.
Foul is on Donald Hicks, his first. Hicks, a freshman, bright future. Baxter Bell backing it in. Well, as hot as the shooting was in game 1, game 2 hasn't started out that way.
Where's Clemens when you need him, right? Casey Clemens.
That did not draw iron. Big South tournament at Winthrop because they were regular season champions and earned the right to host the quarterfinals and the semifinals. Semifinals tomorrow at 6 and 8. Winner of this game will be playing Campbell.
That'll be a foul on Phillips.
Actually, it's on Maya Baxter Bell.
Yeah. Huh.
Down low. Baxter Bell's going to come out, and Brock Gardner, who started 8 games this year, is in. Gardner's had some double-figure games. Still looking for our first points.
Wow.
And they're going to come from Ed Polite.
A hard-earned bucket. You see already how much traffic there is in the lane waiting for anybody to try and get into the teeth of the defense. The Liberty defense always waiting on that.
Polite, in the last regular season game against Campbell, had 19 rebounds. Just into the game, and that's what he's in to do. Brock Gardner nails a 3.
Instant offense, gotta like that.
Freshman out of Chandler, Arizona. Polite again. Cabell down with the rebound. Sophomore from Arlington, Texas. He went into the starting lineup in the last non-conference game this year, and he has been a difference maker since. Since becoming a starter, he's averaged in double figures. Kick out to Kemwright. Well, I tell you what, Ralph, his shooting has just been cold last couple of games. Cousin. 3 ball from Justin Cousin. Redshirt junior from Burlington, North Carolina.
Boy, drilled that, and you mentioned Kemwright and his shooting. You know, he's one of the best shooters in the conference. So over the year, 43% from three-point line, but you're right, he has struggled lately.
Kemwright again. Yeah, the first game against Radford, he played 40 minutes, was only 1 for 6. Well, the shooting hasn't been stellar early, but Radford with the early 2-point lead over Liberty 5-3. All your conference information, news, results, and a lot more, plus video on the Big South Network with all streamed events free and available on your mobile devices. While you're there, vote on the UTS fan poll, watch the latest Hardy Star plays, and stay current with everything Big South. All this and more at the new BigSouthSports.com. Well, the shooting's about what we thought. Radford 2 for 6. Liberty just 1 for 8 routes to start the game.
Yeah, that won't get it done. Somebody's got to warm up here. You know, Mike, with the Liberty was 14-4 in league. That's the most Big South wins they have ever had.
Yeah, give Richie McKay a lot of credit.
Yeah.
Block shot by Darius Bolstad just into the game.
Here's a look, comes off a screen. And boy, that is a great job. And then he gave Ted Valentine a big hug after that.
Not a lot of people do that.
That's right.
Brock Gardner was called for the foul. Bolstad has given this team some good minutes of late. 6'8" sophomore. Had 8 rebounds in the last regular season game. That loss to Campbell last weekend. Here's Dawson. The Marquette transfer in the paint. He doesn't draw iron. Radford, nice drive. Transfer from Marion Military Institute.
It was a nice drive. He had the side cleared. He read the defense, drove it hard to the cleared side, and came through with the bucket.
Bradford in that overtime game had 11 rebounds from his point guard position. Both teams still struggling to find some kind of offense. Bradford to Polite. Foul's going to be on Kemwright, his first.
Yeah, you notice anytime the ball goes into the post, Liberty will come double down hard. Again, really hard to get anything inside against this Liberty defense. You're going to have to hit some outside jumpers to try and get that defense to extend a little bit.
And when you need to do that, you put your designated shooter in. That's what Radford has done. He's got the ball. Caleb Tanner.
That's right.
Really good three-point shooter. Hicks to Polite. He's double teamed.
And you notice Liberty does not deny wing to wing or guard to wing passes. They've got people waiting on the inside, but not that time.
Great assist, Bradford to Polite. He's got 4 points.
Just as I started to say Liberty's defense was impenetrable, I was incorrect.
Liberty has missed their last 6 shots. The drought's over 3 minutes. Here's Tanner. Bolstad inside. I told you he had really come on.
Wow.
Game against Asheville this year, he had 19 points, 8 rebounds. Last Saturday, he had 4 blocked shots to go along with 8 rebounds. Didn't have a lot of points, but when you can put those kind of numbers up, it's okay.
That's exactly right.
Radford has scored 9 unanswered points. Kemwright, told you about Bolstad and those blocked shots last weekend. He's continuing it. Bradford could not hit the layup. Liberty with just 1 field goal. And we've played over 7 minutes. There's the freshman, Georgie Pacheco-Ortiz, averaging right at double figures. He scored in double figures in half of the Big South games this year. Held ball, the arrow is to Liberty. There's a problem. I think Hicks may have a problem with a contact lens.
I think he does.
He's going to be ushered over to the bench to try to get some help putting it back in. There you see Mike Jones, head coach of Radford in his 6th season. This Radford team, Ralph, late December, and I know that is a lifetime ago, but they had wins over Asheville and Winthrop, the only team in the Big South to beat the 2 co-champions.
Well, and they're a very capable team, and I've always liked the way Mike's teams have played. A lot of full court defense, excitement, trapping. He's done a nice job up there.
Sterling Christie is in. Polite goes to the bench. Is it safe to say that this first half has a little different pace than what we saw in game 1?
Well, and if folks are just tuning in game 1, we got to see a guy named Chris Clemens of Campbell drop 51 points on UNC Asheville. What a performance.
And led Campbell to an upset of Asheville. Dawson can't hit it. Hicks.
See, and that possession right there, Mike, is exactly what Liberty's defense is built to do. Give shots, make those shots on the outside available. Your defense is in the paint, block everybody out, and go get it. One and done.
And you don't really have to crash the boards because you get those long shots, you get long rebounds.
That's right.
5 to shoot it, and A.C. Reed now in the game. As Richie McKay's trying to find somebody to make a basket.
Yeah.
So far, though, Radford's not really been able to take advantage of this cold shooting by the Liberty Flames.
Well, and you're right. If they were playing more efficiently, there's a nice one.
Oh, that's Bolstad. Nice pass to Christie. I'm telling you, Darius Bolstad, the sophomore from Virginia Beach, has really come on. And Richie McKay is going to take a timeout. His team's offense has just not been there at all. 9.5 minutes in the tournament. Radford on top of Liberty 13-5. And Ralph, it could be a lot worse. Look at the numbers.
Yeah, just 12% shooting for Liberty, and really, Mike, they're lucky to just be down 8. You know, as poorly as they're playing offensively. You mentioned that Radford wasn't killing it themselves, and Liberty's got to find a way to manufacture some points. Got to get somebody on first, bunt them to second, somehow get a run in.
2 for 16 from the field for Liberty. 1 for 8 from 3. Not a way to survive and advance in a tournament. There's a lid on it right now.
There sure is.
That did everything but go down. I'm sure during that timeout, Mike Jones says we got to take advantage of this. Here's Cousin.
And I've talked a lot about Liberty's defense, Mike, but when you're not scoring and you have to play perfect defensively, that's pretty hard. That's not a good recipe.
Here's Richie McKay. He's got a little bit of a worry right now in that his star player, the one you just talked about, Ralph, Ryan Kimwright, his struggles continue. He just picked up his 2nd foul.
Yeah, and he'll go out of the lineup, have a seat.
And I talked about his shooting woes. Kimwright's 0 for 4 in the first half.
Right.
You don't want to put anything on one person, but Kimwright's going to have to score for Liberty to win this game. There's the shooter, Tanner, nails it. Talked about Caleb Tanner as a 3-point shooter. Number 5 in the Big South in threes made.
That's a great job. Just come in off the bench and just start firing.
What a luxury it is to have somebody like
kidding.
that. A guy you can bring off the bench and you know he's a capable shooter. AC Reed, he's capable. I'm sure Liberty can't wait till the second half and they get to change ends.
Gosh. Yeah.
One time I saw a team doing this and an assistant coach went and tried to switch out the ball at halftime.
Hey, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
The Flames just cannot get anything to happen. Ray Chin, who does not play a lot of minutes, is in. Chin's a transfer from Belmont Abbey. He was a 1,000-point scorer at Belmont Abbey, came as a graduate student. To get his master's degree, led Belmont Abbey in scoring for a couple of years.
Well, and you see that more and more now. In fact, this is a crazy number, and honestly, I don't like it. There's something like 750 transfers last year in Division I basketball, and I don't like seeing that, to be honest with you, but opportunities galore for people.
And another Liberty foul. That's the second foul on Gardner. Ryan Kimwright and Brock Gardner, two really good offensive players, now each have 2 fouls.
Yeah, and that hurts.
We saw Gardner come in and hit a 3. Ed Polite with it. Polite's got 4 points. And Polite is fouled.
And really, with 8:44 to go in the half, Liberty should be pleased that they've held Radford to 16 points, which that's a pretty good defensive performance, giving up just 16, 12 minutes into the half, but not when you've only scored 5.
That was the 7th team foul. Well, the lead is 11, but believe me, it could be worse the way Liberty is shooting.
It could be a lot worse. You're right.
And a big, strong post move by Mayo Baxter-Bell.
The big fella.
Yeah, he started the last 12 games.
It'd be hard to keep him from going where he wants to go. He's a load.
6'5", 255. Boy, just taken away by Cabell. Liberty will maintain possession, and you sense Liberty starting to pick up the energy just a little bit here.
Well, here you see him go. Loses it. Had a good opportunity for a bucket there.
Cabell, double-figure scorer in league play. At the other end, Tanner. Justin Cousin has a 3. And he'll take another 3 and hit it. 2 threes here in the half for Justin Cousin. Leads the team in threes. And he's 3rd in the Big South in threes made, and he's got 2 here.
Your boy, Liberty really struggling at this end.
I tell you what, maybe a little bit of a flop right there.
That would be a flop, yeah.
But Tanner with his second 3. 4 threes in the half now as a team for Radford. And this is their largest lead of the game. Baxter Bell just backed it in over Randy Phillips. Phillips, pretty good defensive player, but couldn't stop him. Radford travels. Well, it's been all Radford thanks to the poor shooting of Liberty. 22-11, 6:26 to go first half. Get social with the Big South. Join our always growing network of fans on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and more. Be part of the discussion now using hashtag Big South and connect with us through BigSouthSports.com. Follow, watch, like, and share with the Big South Conference. Well, Radford's got 4 threes so far in this first half.
Well, and they've outscored. In fact, they've got 4 3-point shots. Liberty just 1. And remember, I said against Liberty, you got to be able to shoot it down because of that pack line defense, and they are.
Justin Cousin with a couple of them. And there's the other, Caleb Tanner, sophomore from Floyd, Virginia. Both those guys, Tanner and Cousin, are in the top 5 in the league in threes made. Cousin is the only player on the team who's been in the program 4 years, and he's been a really good leader this year for Mike Jones and the Highlanders. A.C. Reed. Baxter Bell. Bolstad's on him now. I'll tell you, Baxter Bell showing some moves down in the post.
Well, and that's their offense right now. And he's a good post-up guy. He's got that nice little half hook, turnaround jumper.
Mayo Baxter Bell's got 8 of Liberty's 13 points. Here's Polite.
Called him with the hook.
First foul on Ed Polite. Liberty got this game down in single digits. Dawson steps back for a 3. Bradford's got it. Bradford's got 4 assists already in this first half. What a job he's done after Devin Cooper went down with an injury. Bolstad is called for a foul, his first. Checo Ortiz is back in. Dawson has missed all 4 shots he's taken. He's gone to the bench. Liberty trying to find somebody with some offense other than Baxter Bell. Maybe it's Kim Wright.
Boy, is that just what the doctor ordered? And you just heard a cheer and then big relief on the Liberty bench. You got one to go.
Yeah, Kim Wright, as we told you, not been shooting well, was 0 for 4 in the game before hitting that big shot. 6-point game now. Radford's led by as many as 13. Caleb Tanner, he's played well off the bench. And I believe that's going to be an offensive foul. It is on Tanner.
Yeah, Kim Wright took the charge. Turns the corner, there's Kim Wright waiting.
Cousin, Polite back in. As Radford seeing their lead evaporate.
Well, again, Liberty's done fine defensively. They just hadn't scored. Now they're starting to find some offense.
Over the last 2 minutes, Liberty has outscored Radford 7-0, which has enabled them to get back in this game. Cousin to Hicks. Bolstad. They double down on him and take it away.
Boy, that's great defense.
Baxter Bell tried to take it coast to coast. And Bolstead says, hey, I'll do it right back to you.
That's right.
Radford's turned the ball over 5 times in the last 3 minutes.
Good pass.
Good pass. Yes, you're right. Bolstead with 4.
Really good pass. Again, you don't see that very much. A pass from the perimeter to the post against this Liberty defense.
I don't think either coach is going to save the tape of this first half.
Huh. Well, they would at the defensive end.
Pacheco Ortiz. Volstad is given some good minutes. Here's Cousin driving and scoring.
Boy, nice little nifty shift to get that shot off.
Cousins, the leading scorer for Radford now with 8 points. As we approach 2.5 to go here in this first half. It's been all Radford. Except for Mayo Baxter Bell.
Boy, he is tired. He is breathing hard, but he got a bucket.
10 points in the first half for the redshirt freshman. March means tournament time, and that means that the women's basketball championship in the Big South is around the corner. Matter of fact, it'll start a week from today. Be held on the campus of Liberty in Lynchburg. If you want more information, go to BigSouthSports.com. The women's championship next week. But we got a lot of men's basketball to play here this week, and right now, Mayo Baxter Bell has kept Liberty in this game.
He sure has, and he's got some clever moves inside, knows how to finish. There he puts that big bubble on you. He's hard to stop when he gets his motor going, and he's got the nice little soft touch, the little baby hook right there. I wouldn't want to have to guard him.
He's 5 for 8. He's got 10 points. He's the only player in the game in double figures. You see his season average. He's coming off a game where he had 18 against Asheville in a Liberty loss.
You know, and Mike, he's only averaged about 17 minutes a game.
Right.
He's had a productive first half.
I should say so.
When they really needed him, too.
Randy Phillips, who hasn't seen a lot of playing time lately, not a big scorer, lost the ball out of bounds. He's had double figures, though, both times that Radford has played Liberty. So he could turn into a key in this game. We get to the second half. Under 2 minutes to play in the first. Liberty has done a great job cutting down this 13-point lead. Gardner drives. And that's what Phillip does. He's strong on the boards, strong defensively.
Yeah, Phillip 6'8", 240. Baxter Bell 6'5", 255. Got a lot of beef in there, Mike.
They've got a couple of JUCO players on this Radford team. They lost a lot off of last year's squad. Good ball movement, able to get the 3 to go. That is Christian Bradford.
And again, that 3's going to be there. Liberty doubled on the post on the opposite side. They pitch it out, reverse it for the open 3. That's good basketball right there.
And if Bradford can hit, you've really got something. He is not a good three-point shooter at all. Final minute of the half. Leads back up to double digits. 6 seconds to shoot it. Liberty's got to hurry. How about that by Cabell?
The running one-hander.
First points.
And it goes. That was a tough shot.
Radford's going to take a timeout. There's a 1 second differential between the game clock here in the half and the shot clock. Winner of this game will play Campbell. We told you Campbell upset Asheville. What a great game that was for the Campbells earlier today. 81-79. Chris Clemens set a Big South record with 51 points. Now tonight, we've got Winthrop, Charleston Southern, and Gardner-Webb and High Point. Hey, who knows? I think both those games could be pretty good as well, Ralph.
Well, and I think the Gardner-Webb High Point game is going to be a great game. And they just played last game of the regular season against each other. And by virtue of that, Gardner-Webb got the 4 seed. And somehow that was the game that made it so that Winthrop could host the tournament here.
Yeah, it was a very complicated tiebreaker system to figure that out. I enjoyed watching both Gardner-Webb and High Point shoot around as the coaches are trying to tell the players, here's what they might do differently. They're thinking, okay, we played them twice, we just played them. They're going to try something.
Well, but Mike, remember a couple weeks ago, you and I had Gardner-Webb at their place, and we thought they were ready to get some good wins. They were playing as well as anybody, and they are.
Final 10 seconds of the half. Bradford, Polite. Will he get a shot off? I don't think he will, no.
Wow.
He did not get the shot off. That's the cardinal sin when you have time on the clock, and I'm always opposed to wait until 7 or 8 seconds to even try to make a move.
Yeah, that was a bad effort by Radford. You don't want your last possession to go like that.
Well, the largest lead has been 13. Liberty will get a chance to heave it up here with 1.2 seconds left in the half. Would have been good if it goes. And the first half draws to a close. Well, let's just say it was a good defensive battle.
One, it was. I think if you ask either coach if you wanted to hold the opponent in the 20s, they'd take that and be happy.
Well, Liberty coming off their season low of 45 against Asheville, only 21 in the half here. We're at halftime. Game 2 of the Big South Tournament. Radford 29, Liberty 21. Our halftime report is on the way. Nothing quite like tournament basketball, and we're ready for the second half here. In Game 2 of the Big South Tournament, Radford leading Liberty 29-21. And it'll be Radford with the opening possession here in the second half. Ryan Kimwright, who we talked about at the beginning of the broadcast, is a key player for Liberty. Only had 1 field goal, 3 points in that first half. Down low and a very quick foul. We had a lot of them. That's on Gardner. Brock Gardner picks up his 3rd foul. Kimwright was just 1 for 5 in that first half. Ed Polite, who we talked about at the beginning of the broadcast, a key for Radford, he had 4 points in that first half. Justin Cousin led the way for the Highlanders with 8.
Mike, look how fast Liberty gets to the post on the double. They're really well drilled defensively.
Polite fell down. Gardner got the start, and Baxter Bell, who's the leading scorer in the game, did not. Baxter Bell's the only player in double figures. Where's 0? John Dawson did not score in the first half, number 22. Honorable mention all conference. This is Dawson. Oh, nice pass by Dawson to the freshman. But Phillips kept his feet and blocked the shot. Randy Phillips.
And never left his feet. Good job, just grabbed it.
Polite drives and draws the foul, and Polite will go to the line. Fouls on Giorgio Pacheco Ortiz, the freshman from Puerto Rico who matriculated to Liberty via Glen Allen, Virginia, where he went to high school.
You know, Polite was on the Big South freshman team last year. leading scorer and rebounder on that team, and I think he's going to try and assert himself this half. He's a good player.
He's got 14 double-doubles this year. That leads the Big South. Double-doubles in 4 of his last 5 games.
He's an important player. He's second in the league in blocks. I think 4th in rebounding.
And he's got 6 points here as Radford has increased their lead back up to 10. They've led by as many as 13. Liberty shot just 30% in the first half. Only 2 for 12 from 3. Kemwright for 3. Make that 2 for 13. Christian Bradford has played well. He's got 5 assists with the basketball right now. Radford being patient. And Cousin will take the 3. He's the leading 3-point shooter on the team.
Well, you mentioned Bradford and his assists. He had by far the most assists on the year for Radford.
And he was not slated to be the point guard. Devin Cooper, they were counting on, and he got hurt early in the season. Bradford, who's a JUCO transfer, had to step in. Dawson. That could be big. First points today for John Dawson, the redshirt senior.
That was big. In fact, they ran a little curl cut, and after his teammate cut off him, he popped out open for the 3.
Polite works on Baxter Bell. He's a little quicker than Mayo Baxter Bell and just blew right by him.
That's exactly right, and that's what, you know, that makes Polite a tough guard right there, when he can get a big to come out and guard him and then just blow right by him.
8 points for Polite. Liberty turns it over. Highlanders have pretty much led all the way. Inside, Phillips goes up strong, but Randy Phillips is fouled. Now, this has been an adventure all year. Phillips is 40% from the free throw line. Well, anything you get from him in the line is a bonus.
Well, let's see how he does.
How about that?
Money. And see, usually the teammates, you know, give gut fives. He jumps into the lane, started high-fiving his teammates. I like it.
Well, it's obvious he has been working on it. He hits both of them.
How about that?
Those are his first points today. And the lead's back up to 11. The drive on Christie, and Christie's going to pick up a foul. Georgie Pacheco Ortiz will go to the line, and he is a great free throw shooter at 82%. Had a super year, leads the team in steals, averaging close to double figures.
Yeah, and for a freshman to play such an important role, he had nearly 80 assists and just about 35, 36 turnovers on the year. That's really impressive.
Hicks with it. Radford being patient. 8 seconds to shoot it. Shot clock winding down. They're going to have to hurry to get a shot off. And it did not hit the rim.
That is great defense. And again, that is Liberty's bread and butter, Mike. They try and kill your will defensively. Great possession there for them.
But they have not been able to answer on the offensive end because their shooting has been so poor today. But maybe Dawson will get heated up.
He's starting to heat up. That's 2 in a row for him.
He averaged 14 a game a year ago, has not had near that kind of season this year. But remember, this is March. And if you're a senior, you don't want this season to end.
That's right. Well, and he's a 34% three-point shooter, so he's a capable guy.
The shooting of John Dawson's getting Liberty back into this game. 15:30 to go. 35-28 our score. The Big South Conference. For the best rates, book directly with Marriott by heading to BigSouthSports.com/Marriott, and you will support Big South student athletes in the process. That's BigSouthSports.com/Marriott. Yeah, the lead's pretty much hung right at that 10-point mark for most of this game.
And Liberty shooting just 32% from the floor. And Radford, 54%.
Radford having a tough time getting a good look at it. And that time, Mayo Baxter Bell, who's had a whale of a game.
Yeah, he's having to do it all tonight.
He comes up with a steal. Goes to work on Phillips.
Oh.
Well, he had a wide open look at it.
He sure did.
10 turnovers in the game now for Radford. Here's Polite.
There we
go. He is so smooth.
Good play. He finally joins the double figures party. First Radford player.
Dawson, he's been hot. Well, with Kimwright not scoring, somebody else is going to have to step up, whether it's Dawson, Cabell. Hicks tried to save it. Cabell only has one field goal today. Make it 2. 4 points now. In the first game against Radford, an overtime Liberty win, Cabell had 16 points. Polite starting to assert himself now.
That's just what Radford needs. He's the guy to do it. He wants to lead this team.
Last time out, he had 19 rebounds. Cabell just kind of shoved that up there, but followed his own shot. Nobody blocked him out.
Well, he threw the prayer up there at the end of the shot clock. Got it back.
Checking in for Radford, number 3, Christian Bradford. And for Liberty, number 11, Georgia.
I'm not sure why we stopped the clock.
Well, the shot clock, according to one of the officials, said started too early.
Well, the way Radford's had a tough time getting on the shot and beating the shot clock, that might have been a big deal. Tanner for 3.
Wow, that's a quick release.
Ralphie's got 3 threes in the game and 9 points.
Well, and you called it as soon as he came in. You said, watch this guy. And he's got a real quick release.
Kind of like a designated shooter.
That's a great job.
And you know it's coming. AC Reed with the errant pass. It's only the 3rd turnover by Liberty in the game. But the lead's right at that 10-point mark again. Just when you think Liberty's going to make a little bit of a run, cut it down to a couple of possessions, you get the big 3. That goes off the hand of Tanner. Well, Radford still in control, up 42-32, 11:53. This Big South Network game is brought to you in part by Pepsi. Say it with Pepsi. By Phillips Lighting, the official campus lighting partner of the Big South Conference. By Sunbelt Rentals, we have equipment for that. And by Marriott, the official hotel partner of the Big South Conference. Radford shooting 50% in the second half. Liberty not shooting the ball badly, 4 for 9 here in this half. But Radford up 10, 42-32. Ed Polite is the leading scorer in the game. He has 12 points for the Highlanders.
Polite's been much more aggressive this second half.
Not quite as polite as he was in the first half, I'd say.
Good one.
Pacheco Ortiz. Tanner is back in. Here's Hicks. Brock Gardner has just picked up his 4th foul with 11:20 left. He came in the game and hit an early 3, has not scored since. And is going to have to go to the bench. Boy, Gardner just took, or Tanner rather, just took his eye off the ball.
Yeah, and he was open for the 3 too. He was wanting to catch it and shoot it quickly.
Good defense that time by Bolstead on Mayo Baxter Bell.
Wow.
Oh, and a contested 3. Campbell knocks it down. He's got 9 points.
And he used a big screen by Baxter Bell to get that shot off. Nice play.
This is as close as it's been in a while. Hicks can't hit it. Hicks has not scored today. Donald Hicks. Been in double figures 5 of his last 6 games. Bolstad, another block, knocks it out of bounds. He's become a really good shot blocker.
Yeah, and here's the drive. Big fella's waiting on him. It's so nice to have a guy back in the back there, your defense, to protect the rim and clean things up.
Good pass by Cabell inside Baxter Bell. His first points in a while. He's got 13. And don't look now, but this is a one-possession game.
That's right, and the whole mood of Liberty and their fans starting to get a lot better.
Been almost 3 minutes since Radford scored. And a good stop. Liberty has made their last 4 shots. A 3 here would tie it. Good pass to Baxter Bell. Give the assist to Cabell.
Really nice play. Just screen and roll and just good basketball. Now Liberty doing it at both ends, Mike.
Well, a lot more energy on the part of Liberty right now, and with good reason. They've cut the Radford lead down to 1. Timeout. We take a look at today's Spirited Fan of the Game, presented by Spirit Communications. Okay, I like it, but I don't understand what the box symbolizes.
I don't either, but
okay,
you gotta love it.
I thought you would know.
No, not on that one. I haven't spent a whole lot of time with that dude.
Okay. It was interesting nonetheless.
Yeah, very interesting.
All right, Radford has really lost the momentum here. Liberty trying to take advantage. It's been the Liberty defense that's gotten them back in this. Polite. Offensive foul called on Ed Polite.
Yeah, Kemwright draws the charge.
That's the second charge he's drawn this half.
And it was one-on-one. Polite against Kemwright, the two guys we highlighted in the open. Kemwright wins that battle.
And now a bucket would give Liberty the lead. The last time they led, it was 3-2.
Wow.
Kemwright. It's been silent most of the day. Still can't get it to go. Kemwright just 1 for 7 from the field. His offensive woes continue. As you see, he's picked it up on the defensive end. Dawson down with it for Liberty. Still a bucket gives them the lead. Kemwright for 3. Dawson to rebound. Boy, he just cannot buy one.
Yeah, it really can't. And that was a good shot. He stepped into it. He shot it well, just sometimes they don't go.
Foul's going to be called on Dawson. It'll be his second. All right, we got a ball game, 42-41, 7:44 left. Let's take a look at our Pepsi play of the game. The assist to Mayo Baxter Bell. Ralphie leads all scorers with 15 points.
Boy, he's had a nice game. He's done it at both ends, too.
Well, Liberty has scored 9 unanswered points. Radford has gone almost 5 minutes without scoring a point. And what that's done is turned this into a ball game again.
Boy, and one constant has been Liberty's good defense. Now they're finally starting to ring the bell offensively. Oh, man.
Whistle off the ball and a foul on Radford.
Yeah, they called it on Phillips trying to post up against Baxter Bell.
So another chance now for Liberty to take the lead. Again, the last time they led, it was 3-2. And they want it inside to the big guy. He's had a game. But it's taken away by Phillips. Christie is open. Boy, Radford has really gone cold.
Yeah, they are. Or they have. Dawson over in the corner, just doubled over. Oh, he just caught it. The ball hit him in the face.
Well, let's hope he's okay. John Dawson, the redshirt senior from New Mexico, transferred from Marquette, has started every game since he's been on campus. Been a very durable player. He's got 2 threes, and they were big ones.
Very big.
Here in this game. So Liberty again with an attempt to take the lead. A.C. Reed, Baxter Bell. Can't hit it. Good job that time by Randy Phillips.
Boy, got a great shot. Good defense by Phillips. Baxter Bell and Phillips really going after each other. I love it.
Yeah, it's a war down in the paint. 6.5 to go. Polite bumped Kemwright out of the way, couldn't score it. Inside Phillips, and he's fouled.
That'll be a foul on Kemwright. He came to double.
Third foul on Kemwright, 6th on the team.
30-second timeout in charge of Liberty.
And Richie McKay wants to take a 30-second timeout here. Seemed to be a little bit of confusion about all of that. But
yeah, in fact, Richie said he thought it would be one of those 30 seconds that they turned into a full, but did not.
well, we've already played one game today, and it was a huge upset. Campbell, the 7th seed, behind Chris Clemens, 51 points, beats Asheville 81-79. Campbell, the team was here for a while. And watching this game, they'll play the winner. Campbell got swept during the regular season by Liberty, but just last Saturday, Campbell beat Radford 61-58. Radford has missed their last 5 shots. They hadn't scored a point in over 6 minutes.
Wow.
But Liberty's not been able to take advantage. Yeah. They've been on them a drought of about 3 minutes.
Well, same thing happened in the first half, other way though. You know, Radford had the lead, but should have been more because Liberty wasn't scoring. Now, same thing.
Phillips. And Gardner in the game with those 4 fouls just came back in, down with the rebound. 6'7" freshman.
He's been really frustrated because he's been in and fouls and has to leave. He wants some extended minutes here.
Here's Gardner. Now he can hit the outside shot. Tried to draw the foul on Phillips, couldn't do it. Boy, the drought for both teams continues. Hicks. Count it. First field goal of the day for Donald Hicks, the freshman.
And that'll be it for Gardner.
So Brock Gardner has just fouled out of the game. So Hicks, that was a huge field goal.
Yeah, it was.
Was the foul on Cabell or was it on Gardner?
No, it's on Gardner. He's out. And then good news for Liberty, Dawson back in.
Yeah, it is good news. Bolstad is in for Radford. It was 42-41. Liberty had 4 chances to take the lead and could not do it.
Wow.
That's got to be frustrating. Now it's back to a 2-possession game. Liberty had a season low 45 points last time out against Asheville. They haven't had a whole lot better luck offensively here today against Radford. Polite with it. Cousin, he's not made a 3 this half. Does this game just seem a little bit out of rhythm to you?
Oh, big time. It has. And some of that, credit both teams with the good defense. There again, Baxter Bell can't score, but yes, you're right.
Here's Polite. Can he get going and carry this Radford team? Has the ball knocked away. Hicks open. Darius Bolstad commits his 3rd foul. 3:55 left. A lot of basketball to be played. And let's hope there's some offense yet. Well, Radford has certainly opened the door for Liberty here in this second half. They just 5 for 17. That's under 30%. 1 for 8 from 3 is Radford. And Liberty cut that double digit down. They had a number of opportunities to take the lead. They just were not able to do it.
Well, and how about this? Liberty has shot 34% from the floor, and they still have a chance to win. You know, just down 4.
You know, they are +7 on the boards, Radford is.
Yep.
And give Randy Phillips some credit. He's got 7 rebounds in this game. He's had an impact in the paint. Cannot afford empty possessions if you're Liberty. Over Phillips. What a game Mayo Baxter Bell has had.
Boy, they needed that. Big bucket for the big fella.
17 points. Leading scorer for either team. Boy, great shot by Cousin.
And he got away with a big-time travel at the start of that move.
Cousin, as we said, the only 4-year player on the roster. Hicks whistled for the foul. Cabell.
There we go.
3 by Cabell. His 2nd of the game. Well, it's back to a 1-point game.
Here we go.
Our first game went down to the wire. Campbell with a 2-point win over the number 2 seed, UNC Asheville. And this is a totally different type of game, but looks like it could go down to the wire as well. Radford can't hit it. Kimwright down with the rebound. Kimwright's not shooting the ball, but he's rebounded. He's taken a couple of charges. He's done a number of different things.
He has. He's a tough guy, and what I like is that he's still finding a way to help his team when he's not shooting it down.
And again, a bucket here gives Liberty the lead. They've had this chance a number of times. This time they make good on it.
Wow.
The redshirt senior John Dawson, his third three. And Liberty leads for the first time since the score was 3-2.
Wow.
And we've got a minute and a half left. Now the pressure's on Radford. Polite, yes, count it.
Wow.
You expect your star player, your big guy, to come up big when it counts the most.
Wow, that could have been a charge easy. Again, it was Polite and Kemwright going against each other. We've talked about that matchup. Kemwright did all he could do to be in good position there. He doesn't get the call.
This free throw for the lead. The death foul's on Kemwright. That's his fifth.
Wow.
And Ryan Kemwright is just fouled out.
Boy, what a frustrating way to finish the game for him. Thought he had the charge, didn't get it, and gets caught.
And his shooting woes continue. They really have counted on his offense all year, and he was just 1 for 8 today. Finishes with 3 points. AC Reed is into the game. So now I think a lot's going to rest on the shoulders of John Dawson. The redshirt senior has hit 3 threes today.
Well, yeah, Dawson and Mayo Baxter-Bell, they're going to have to get it done.
Hicks to the line to try to give the Highlanders the lead. And he does. 4 points for Hicks, all in the second half.
So the 7th seed beat the 2nd seed in the first game, and now 6 has a chance to beat 3 in this one.
Not if number 22 has anything to say about
right.
it, he says. Or 0 in white. Hey, what? This has been a lot of fun today, hasn't it?
It has. 2 really good games. 2 very different games.
Cabell. Good job by Christian Bradford to come up with it. Under a minute to play. Radford with a point lead and the ball. Here's Cousin. Now Bradford. It hasn't been easy getting a good shot against this tough Liberty defense. 6 seconds to shoot it. Bradford drives.
Wow, late
I was going to say a little bit of a late whistle.
Very late. Very late, and Ted Valentine's whistle wasn't working.
Georgie Pacheco-Ortiz. And to the line with 2 goes Christian Bradford. And even if he makes them both, it's still just a one-possession game. Yeah. And I don't think you necessarily have to get the 3 when you go back on offense if you're Liberty. That was Bradford's first free throw today.
Richie McKay has gotten the officials' attention, and they had to talk something over. I'm not sure what it was.
Both teams have shot free throws really well today. Radford is 8 for 11 as a team from the line. Liberty's only been to the line 3 times, and Radford has called a timeout. Mayo Baxter-Bell's had a great game for Liberty. Look for them to try to get the ball to him. He is, by the way, our Hardy star of the game. 17 points and 4 rebounds.
Boy, and he was Liberty's only offense for a while. before some others, especially Dawson, picked it up. He's been a load inside. He's had to earn everything he's gotten tonight.
So what do you do, Ralph? You go for you try to run a play to get a 3 here, or do you go and just get points?
I think you take the first great shot that you can get. There's still plenty of time. You still might get, 2 possessions with just over 36 to go. Richie McKay not happy at all right now, talking to one of the officials.
Little pressure from Radford. Pacheco Ortiz, the freshman, into the forecourt. Here's Cabell. Good drive. Mayo Baxter-Bell is fouled on the way up. He'll go to the free throw line. Phillips picks up the foul. Baxter-Bell today, 1 for 1 from the line.
Not many free throws for either team.
Well, Liberty has shot 3 free throws. Yeah. Radford shot 11, and that's a big miss.
It is a big miss. You need that one.
If it's Radford and Campbell tomorrow, Campbell beat Radford just this past Saturday. Campbell's playing well. Baxter-Bell makes 1 of 2. 2-point game, and I think you foul now.
Oh, heck yeah. Now they're going to try and get a steal or a deflection or something, but yeah, they can't wait too long. Five-second count. Oh, wow.
Oh, my gosh. At the last second, Christian Bradford got the timeout.
Oh, wow.
Liberty almost came up with the steal. Watch how close this came to being a turnover.
Wow. What a clutch play to get that timeout call.
And what a smart play by Christian Bradford. The transfer from Marion Military Institute really had to assume a different role this year, and he has answered the bell. So now you're Liberty. You go for the steal again, but you got to foul. 23.7 seconds left.
And so Mike Jones right there drawing up a little press offense right there. Most important thing, get the ball inbounds and protect it. You know you're going to get fouled.
And then it's going to come down to making 3 free throws. Wow, both games today have gone down to the wire. We've got 2 good games tonight. Winthrop, Charleston Southern. And then Gardner-Webb and High Point will close out the day here. It's been a good day. They tried to get the foul. They did. Dawson fouled Bradford. Bradford is 2 for 2 from the line. He's 70% on the year as a free throw shooter. Bradford 7 points today and 5 assists. Big free throws.
Huge free throws.
Particularly if he can make 2.
Huge free throws.
Cousin is in for Tanner. Little offense-defense substitution here. Well, he got the roll.
Wow.
What this does, Ralph, makes it a two-possession game.
Right.
And now if you're Liberty, you got to hurry and get points any way you can.
You do.
Quick.
They're going to try and drive it down as fast as they can. Take it right to the rim, I think. Then press and foul again. Got to get it in first. Great job by Radford to pressure. Just take it to the basket. Nope.
Oh, my goodness. Cabell's got it. Ezra Talbert just in, and he's fouled on the way up.
Wow, really ugly possession for Liberty there. But there's the important rebound, draws the foul.
And Ezra Talbert has not been to the line much. He's 5 for 11 on the season from the free throw line.
Wow.
He hasn't played in the last 2 games. But the redshirt sophomore from Kansas nails it, makes it a one-possession game. So again, with 8 seconds left, Liberty is going to have to go for the steal and then foul quickly. First rule, get it in bounds.
Oh, he got away from him.
And 4 seconds ran off the clock.
Yeah, he let him out of the trap there. They had intention to foul him, but
well, Bradford
did a great job to get away from
Bradford
him.
could seal the game here from the
Sure
free throw
could.
line if he hits 2.
Absolutely.
And make it a 2-possession game. Wouldn't that be something, have the lower seeds win in both the games today?
Wow, March Madness.
And you got to think that this free throw right here is for the ball game. Double figures now for Bradford, 10 points.
Yeah, if he makes this one, something extraordinary has to happen for them to not get the W here.
Hey, that's ball game.
Shot it down.
Mike Jones just said no fouls. Let him do it. Would have counted, but another upset is in the books.
Wow.
Radford has beaten Liberty. Final score 56-52, so it'll be Campbell and Radford tomorrow. Now remember, these two teams just played this past Saturday in Buies Creek. Campbell won that game 61-58.
Wow.
Oh, we should have a great game tomorrow in the first semifinal. How about these afternoon games here, Ralph Patterson?
2 great games. You know, you gotta love the conference tournaments.
Well, partner, I love doing these 2 games with you. There's nothing more fun than working a March tournament game with my friend Ralph Patterson. Final score again is Radford 56, Liberty 52. Don't forget tonight, the number 1 seed Winthrop takes on Charleston Southern. It's Gardner Webb and High Point. For now, for Ralph Patterson and our entire crew, Mike Hogwood here saying so long.